Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of For the Grue Room. Today, we got a very great guest. His name is Supreme Da Rezarekta. I'm gonna have him say his name. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host of Stutters, and I am the host of the Grue Room. And here we go. Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out of your night and coming on the show.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Definitely, buddy. So just so I don't screw up the name, can you say your name?
It's Supreme Da Rezarekta.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for that.
Bringing good things to life.
Awesome, buddy. Awesome. So
Yes, sir.
so the first thing I wanted to start out by asking is like what when did you start getting into making music?
Well, I, I actually physically started in the beginning of hip hop. Is like I guess the first rap record that everybody heard was 1979, which
Mhm.
was Rapper's Delight.
Yes. Yes.
And telling my age now, but from then on, it was just something that I really fell in love with as a kid and became a fan. And you know, as a young teenager, we dibbled and dabbled and claimed we were rappers and break dancers, especially at the Beach Street and Wild Style and what was the other one? Breaking. So
Nice.
everybody wanted to break dance, rap, or DJ. So I kind of fell into after we all started dancing, we all drew all over our rooms with graffiti. I fell in love with rapping because of I guess looking at the books of Grandmaster Caz made me realize that I wanted to be a rapper. Then I seen LL on Crush Groove, and I was
Nice.
like, yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I said, that's what I want to do. I can do that. And my DJ at the time was DJ Exotic D, and he was like, yeah, I want to be the DJ. So he went on to be the DJ, is still, good friend and DJ to this day. But we actually started really making records I guess my first record came out in 96.
Oh, okay.
My first single with the Regulators. And that was me and my partner, MC Kick, and DJ Exotic D, and we were the Regulators, and that was our first record under Dark World Entertainment with Dr. Shock from Philadelphia.
Sweet. Nice. Nice. And
Yeah.
like your current band now, what's the name of your band now?
Well, at this present time, I'm really doing a lot of solo work,
Oh, okay.
but the band from doing live music from the bands that I was a part of, like I got introduced to live bands from a band called Diatribe. They let me hang around them, and DJ Exotic D, which was my DJ, was their DJ, and we and him used to do halftime. So I seen what the live music thing did, and I fell in love with it from day one. I mean, I wasn't even really hip to it when the Roots was doing it, because to
Mm-hmm.
me, back in the day, if you had a band, to me, it just at that time I didn't feel it was hip hop. You know, hip hop was too deep, two turntables and a microphone. And I just thought anything else was just not hip hop until I actually started doing the live music with the band. So we started Supreme and Simple and Supreme was my first band that I ever was a part of. It was three guys that was already together, and I joined them, and we called ourselves Simple and Supreme. And then that broke up to I formed the Resurrect, hence the name the Resurrector, because I kind of the Resurrect did pretty good, like a lot. So after that kind of fizzled out, I still wanted that live feel, but I wanted to do it big. I had an 8-piece, 10-piece band called Supreme and the New Experience. We had DJs,
Wow.
guitar, bass, guitar, keyboards. We had 4 backup singers. It was about 8 to 12 pieces. But it's a lot to maintain that if you're not
Oh
making that
yeah.
money to keep that going, especially when I wanted to travel with it. I wanted to do so
Mm-hmm.
much I wanted to be like I was the new P Funk, man. And because I look up to James Brown and George Clinton, they was great band leaders. And I wanted to be a great band leader, but I couldn't keep the players
Mm-hmm.
full time because it was a lot of money. So
Oh, I'm
anyway, I
sure.
just decided I had a single out called Queen of the Wobble. And actually a friend of mine, Whitney Payton, and a guy named Bruce took me on tour, a national tour, and I've been touring as Supreem Da Rezarekta. But in the back of my mind, I always want to put this Supreem and the New Experience back together again. So I got an idea with my got DJ Exotic D, and of course I got DJ CL Smooth for the hip hop feel, because like I told you, I always wanted my music to have hip hop origins, which is the 2 turntables and a microphone, and we adding a drummer. So we got the drummer, my brother named Sunshine. You know what I mean? So I think I got it together how I want it. So I'm gonna do 2 DJ or 1 DJ and a drummer for that live feel. But Supreem and the New Experience is the current band that I've been trying to build since 2012.
Oh, so wow, really?
So yeah, so I finally think I got it the way I want it, where I can afford to do it. And we should be coming out real soon. But that big band, it was something else. It was a beautiful thing to see. So hopefully, instead of starting big and then have to break down small, I'm hoping to reverse it this time around. I'm gonna start off small, and then build it big. Okay. So that's the plan. But we'll see how it go.
Yeah, definitely. I mean that sounds great. I mean, that would definitely be something I would actually want to go out and see. Yeah.
So right now we starting to well, it's cold here in Philly, so we're gonna do a lot of open mics and just grind and get and I like starting things from 0 and building it to 100. So that's where I'm gonna just start back from ground 0, and we're gonna take it from the ground to the world. And I think I got the people that I can depend on, that we can really do this without having anybody shake us or break us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. Yes. And I actually live in Philly too, South Philly.
Oh yeah, you South Philly. I'm Southwest. Well, I grew up in Southwest. But I live outside of Philly. I live right outside of Philly now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Sweet, nice. Yeah, I definitely come out to see shows.
Oh, please. We racking up. Like I said, right now we doing this. Like I said, I'm going from the ground up. So we doing a lot of open mics. So we had this open mic on Mondays on 62nd and Lancaster.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then of course Dobbs it's called the Cabaret, Calabash. And then Dobbs has reopened. That's where I played a lot. I played Dobbs a lot on South Street. As a Simple and Supreme. And as the Resurrect, we pretty much own South Street in those days in the early 2000s and 2008. Nice. So it's good to see Dobbs back. So every Wednesday we'll probably be at Dobbs and just just cutting the wood. You know what I mean? We're in the woodsheds. Shout out to David Ivory for even giving me the material and everything to want to do this new music and keep it really organic and live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the show is gonna be off the hook, and we still doing shows at Supreem Da Rezarekta, but my eyes are set for Supreem and the New Experience to really debut probably in March. Yeah,
sweet.
Probably be our first show, probably in Pottstown. Yeah, we got a booking in Pottstown. We got a big show in May at the post Mother's Day show with the Ebonies. Like we're gonna try to do the grown and sexy thing.
I love it. And you're absolutely right, Dobbs. I'm really happy to see Dobbs back. Dobbs has been here for so long. I mean, closed and open and closed. I mean, back in the day, Dobbs was like the place to be. I mean, Pearl Jam actually played at Dobbs before they were famous. So
everybody. I think Rage Against the Machine played there before they was famous. There's like a few big names that played there. I remember I seen Big Daddy Kane play there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We had a live band. It was dope. So I mean, to come back there, and of course, shout out to DVT Entertainment, who's doing the booking, which is great friends of mine. They've been with me from the beginning in my band endeavors. So they always looking out. So they can't wait to book the new Supreem and the New Experience. But like I said, I want to start from the ground up. So we're going to do the open mics, which is every Wednesday, and it's beautiful in there. Like we just was down there last week just to check it out, hang out a little bit. And the bar is all that. They remodel it. It's crazy. It still got the same old Dobbs feel.
Nice.
But it's all
nice.
it's everything's modern. Everything's, you know, they got new jukeboxes and new tables and new stages remodeled. It's about to be down, and everybody is flocking there because everybody's happy that Dobbs is back, you know?
Oh, that's so awesome. I love that. Nice. Yeah, I'm
Third
definitely
and South.
I'm definitely gonna come out to one of the shows now.
Yeah. As soon as we get our booking, our date book, like date, because the first thing they're gonna probably do is we're gonna be a feature on, because each open mic they have a feature act. So they want us to be a feature. So you know that's when the rocket ship start off. Once you become the feature, that's it.
Right?
That's
exactly.
It's on go from there.
So like, who are some bands and artists that you love listening to, like artists that inspired you?
You know, the funny thing about it is I had no idea who any band was until I joined so like I said, the Roots. You know what I mean? That was the only type band that I knew as far as in my age bracket from Philly. But my uncle was a funk head, so he would always have Parliament and different things, James Brown and those type bands, like the 70s bands.
Okay.
But the thing I had a great knowledge of funk bands and the Ohio Players and James Brown and so many, like everything. So he would just want me to listen to everything so that whenever I you know, we sampled it or I had to play with a live band, I could rap. I, you know, wouldn't have no problem rapping. Like a lot of people get awkward when they go for tracks to live music, but I've been working out with like drummers forever, like Dr. Shock, all the way up until now. And I love the live sound of drums and the drums in general. So my favorite band, once I got into the band with Simple and Supreme, they would hit me to like Sublime and one of our favorite ones that we looked up to was Red Hot Chili Peppers, because they was kind of in the funk rock hip hop vein that we was a part of. And I'm just getting to know these guys, and this is like around the early 2000s. And another a guy, a friend of ours, early in the beginning was like, "Yo, you need to check out Head PE and Insane Clown Posse." And,
I know that.
The Cottonmouth Kings. So, you know, I didn't know who these guys were. And then years later, with Whitney Payton, I'm touring with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on tour with the dude 10 years ago was telling me to check out and be down with it. And actually I'm on tour with Cottonmouth Kings and Head PE and Tech Nine and different things like that. And those guys and Jelly Roll. So like it's just the whole world of juggalos that I was.
Oh my God, that's crazy, the juggalos. Oh.
Yeah, right. And they family now. Like I done been to the gathering and everything. So like so those bands and a lot of they book at the gathering a lot of their favorite bands. So, you know, they have these bands playing at their venue. So, you know, like I was on tour with Attila, Franzilla from Attila. And then people that I would never probably have any idea who these people were until I got on tour. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, and messing with Simple. So like I said, Sublime and Red Hot Chili Pepper was my favorite. But I always respected like Run DMC and you know how they do the mashup. So I would listen to Run DMC and what's the Walk This Way guys? Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Right. So loving Run DMC so much, and then seeing them do something with Aerosmith made me look into Aerosmith. And so
nice.
Like I said, I just love all live music. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. So the band Simple, I do credit Simple and Supreme for opening me up to like alternative music. And then, like I said, once I got into the band world, I started listening to remember WMMR a lot, and I was like one of the first hip hop artists. I'm one of the first hip hop artists played on MMR. You know, outside of Eminem and yeah, man, I was on 3 Jackson local shots, 3 or 4. I was on 4 Jackson local shots, which is very rare for someone coming up through hip hop. I mean,
I
you know,
know
MMR, we used to be
exactly.
like, oh, that's the, like we everybody listen to Power 99. We was like, MMR, the white people station. But here I am on the white people station. And I was like one of the first artists to be rapping on Q102 back in the day, you know, when it was all,
Yes.
you know, popped
Yes,
out, man. It was
exactly.
so being in the band opened me up to a lot of things, even like the Warped Tour. Like I never thought I would be on a Warped Tour. And then I'm on
Oh,
the Warped Tour.
you were on one of
Yeah,
them, the Warp
yeah, I was on
Tours?
like, yeah, I did Warped Tour like two years in a row. It was crazy.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, yeah, getting to know those bands and things like that, and bands that I never even heard of, never would have heard of, but becoming fans by just because you know I like good frontmen. So like
Well,
no matter
yeah.
what, if you're doing metal, heavy metal, punk rock, grunge, alternative, hard rock. If you're a good frontman, you got my attention.
Oh,
The music
definitely.
aside, I just like the way certain frontmen hold the crowd, and I learned something
Hmm.
from all great frontmen. Rather, no matter what genre of music you play with the band that's backing you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And that's what I
Yeah.
love too about going to live shows. I love watching the lead singer, like the front man. I mean, if the front man is dull and boring, the show's gonna be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
dull.
Exactly. And I'm probably like one, and you know, I ain't bragging or nothing, but I'm a bad man. When the front becomes the front man, it's hard to top it because I just learned from the best, and I took something that I love from each band, and I
Hmm.
put it into my act. I mean, call it stealing, whatever, borrowing, whatever you want. But I've been looking at frontmen forever, and I think I got the best qualities of everyone that I admire. You know what I'm saying?
Nice,
To
nice.
make sure that all my shows, whether it's the band or the DJ, is very exciting.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
And like, out of all the songs you've done, is there any song that like that means more to you than others? Like, is there any song that's more special to you than other songs?
Yeah, there's a couple actually. Like it's like three that are my
Okay.
all time like favorite. Out of every song I ever wrote and did with bands, Queen of the Wobble means a lot to me because it's something that just took off in the line dance world, and it's something that to this day it came out in 2012. If I play it at any crowd, young, old, black, white, they're gonna party and jam to it, and it don't even matter. I've seen it tested on the road with all ages. "Gimme" is another one, special song where I was that song got me on a nationwide tour with Whitney Payton because she's on it with me. And when she took me on tour, that means every night we did "Gimme." And I seen the effect of "Gimme" every night to every state and every venue with every artist that you could possibly see. Look at us do "Gimme," and it's like we tear the house down. Me and Whitney Payton with that song. And now this new one has got me Rise and Grind because it's so positive and it's all live. It's pretty much in the vein that I want to be in. It was produced by Milk Boys, and that was part of the last. It's my last record that I put out. It's called Rise and Grind, and
Hmm.
it just so positive, and it just means so much, especially working with kids, man. They can see artists don't have to be negative. It don't have to be degrading to women, and it could be
Exactly.
spiritual at the same time and still rock it and have a great hook and a great melody and a great track behind it. So those three songs mean the most to me at this time. Like out of all, and I done wrote a lot of songs. You
Oh
know, now
yeah.
I done been on a lot of, I done put out a lot of records, but those three
Yes, you
really
have.
mean the most to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And mostly because of and mostly because what they do and the effect that they've had on people when they hear it or when you see it
Hmm.
live. Those three songs pretty much change people's insides and how they feel about everything. Like those three songs emotionally, they make you party at the same time. Like I said, I've never seen neither one of those songs played live the party stay dead at all.
Nice.
Yeah, I call them good booty shakers.
Hey, if you're on stage and you're seeing everyone shake it, then you definitely know it's the right song.
Exactly. And those are 3 mind-blowing booty shakers, and you're gonna shake all night long when you hear those songs. Without question,
Nice.
Through that.
Is there any artist that you haven't worked with yet that you would love to work with?
Oh yeah, definitely. My favorite artist that I never worked with, I met him a few times, I met him several times, is Busta Rhymes, man. I think me and Busta could shake a building down if we got something together.
Nice.
But yeah, that's one artist that I would love to work with. His terms or my terms, like, I think we would destroy. I think we would destroy the stage. I think we would destroy the airwaves. I think we would destroy anything that me and Busta Rhymes put together at this stage. We would just knock it all out the park.
That would be very good to see you and him working together on music, or even if you're both on the same bill.
Yes. And I just seen him live at the Mint.
Nice.
I had to see him. I mean, I've seen him many a time. I mean, I just met his partners from Leaders of the New School, Dinko D at a party for Who Mag, which is our distributor. Shout out to Who Mag Distribution. And I'm telling you, man, it's like, it's gonna happen. I don't know when. I'm putting it in the air that me and Busta Rhymes gonna make a song. I don't know. Some things you got to put in the atmosphere and watch and let the universe do what it do.
Oh, definitely. You have to put it out there, send really good vibes, and everyone always tells me that, like, whenever I'm like feeling down or anything, oh, this ain't working out. I'm doing all this stuff and it's not going nowhere. They're like, no, you have to stop thinking that. You have to put positiveness out in the world.
Yep, exactly. I believe that with all my heart. That's why I like Rise and Grind, because that's probably one of the most positive songs I ever did in my whole career. I mean, I've done some good things and some positive things, but 100% positivity is all wrapped up in Rise and Grind. You know what I mean? Because I've been actually being taught that also, because I be getting down on myself, because I be like, well, I've been doing this for so long, getting older. It's not, and they like, not that it ain't happening. You have done things that people only dreamed about.
Yeah.
You've met people that people only dreamed about. You've done movies. You've been on tours. You've been, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at I'm not Will Smith at this present time, but it was like, you might not be Will Smith. I mean, but look at the things you've done. People would give their right arm to do the things that you've done over the last 30 years. And I'm like, definitely, man, I have done. Yes. Like, I think I forgot more things than I can remember that I've done. You know what I'm saying? I look back and I had to look back and say, man, I did do that. I did do that. You know what I mean? Like, how many people say they can clean the Bible? That's what I said, the favorite song. I got to dance with the Fanatic on that. You know what I mean? Me and the Fanatic in the packed Phillies game, and he asked him, not that he could talk, but it was requested by him and his people that I dance on the dugout with him.
Oh my God!
To my song "Queen of the Bible," and I got to remember that, and I got to say, you know what? Because every time I start from the beginning, back down the bottom, and like I said, I like starting from the bottom and then building my way all the way to the top, or getting the prize that I'm supposed to get at that situation. But starting from the bottom makes you forget about all the times that you was at the top.
That's true.
My career has been peaks and valleys, and all I can see is in the valley. I'm just looking up at another peak. But I gotta realize my peaks are on an incline, because I've never done anything that didn't go up. If I put my mind to it, it goes up. I turn a rock into a gold mine. You know what I'm saying? That's just I gotta keep reminding myself that. You know what I mean? That's the bad part about it. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't like I'm like, you know, I did this and I've done that, and I've done this and I've been with this one, I've done that, I met this one. I'd be forgetting this stuff. I'd be like, damn, I did that. Like, I gotta remind myself, fool, you did this. You doing all right, you good. You just in the twilight of your career, you know? So here we go again. Let's do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
so yeah, keep the positive attitude.
Doing it again.
You can exactly. You can turn your show into anything you want it to be, but you got to be in the fight. As long as you in the fight, you got a chance to knock it out and win. You know what I'm saying? But so you fighting, I'm fighting. We in the right place. We in the right place.
Yeah, we're both fighting and clawing, trying to get to the top of our game, right?
Hey man, this probably been one of the best interviews that I've had in a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you are very, very good. I looked at a couple of these joints too. Like your past interview, you got some people on there. Like, so I was honored. Like, wow, where you find me from? you got the start. You got the kid from, you know, Cobra Kai, my favorite show too. I'm like, you got my man from Cobra Kai? Oh man, this guy's doing it. He called me. Okay, all right. Let me put on my good chain. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So don't never worry about what you're doing. You're doing all right, brother. You know, there's some people that would envy you right now. They probably are. And I'm looking at the numbers too. I'm like, oh, he getting some views too. Okay, baby. This is a look for me and you. We're gonna look. We're gonna smile. We're gonna smile all the way to the finish line together on this one.
Right. Right. Exactly. You're right. How did you wind up getting involved in meeting Damon Feldman?
Oh, that bum. No. Nah. We became good friends. Like what happened was I don't know, man, I was really obsessed with stitches.
Yeah.
At one point. Not even like a good way. I was just so mad that people was paying so much attention to this guy. I was like, what's going on? It was him and Slim Jesus at the time. And I was hot. And I just was on everything they did. I would watch it on YouTube and just complain about it. Be like, do you believe this guy? There's a guy on here with a tattoo on his face and he's screaming about putting bricks in people's face. And I was hot. And then I seen he was getting ready to fight the game. And like I said, I'm just looking on the outside, looking in. Never thought in a million years that I would meet this guy or meet Damon. I'm just looking. And we just signed Celebrity Boxing. We just signed Stitches. And I'm like, what? He getting ready to fight somebody? So I'm just having a fit at home. I'm just really bugging. So when I was in between tours, I was driving Uber, right?
Yeah.
Just making a couple bucks while I'm home.
Yeah.
And there's a call for this guy at a bar, and I go pick him up, and he's putting these boxing gloves in my car. And he had him and a security guard with him. And I was like, who is this? So we drops the guy off, and his security guy was like, you know who that is? I said, no, who's that? He said, oh, that's Damon Feldman from Celebrity Boxing. And this is 2016. Summer 2016. I just randomly pick up Damon Feldman from a bar and drop him off. And then he, you know, the guy was like, man, you should come to one of our fights. We got a fight going down tomorrow in the area. And I think it was Tan Mom and Octopus Mom. We was just looking at listening to these names. And I was familiar with Celebrity Boxing from back in the day with Ty Bridges and Danny Bonaducci as a fan on Fox 29 with Refrigerator Perry versus, and I'm like, is this the same person? I was like, you know, I couldn't believe it. So I took the tickets, and of course I went with my cousin. Man, we had such a good time. And this was the guy from the Bronx Tale was a guest referee.
Oh, really?
The kid who played Cologero, right?
Oh, nice, nice.
Right. So I meet Damon that night, and he was like, yo, I'm so sorry that I didn't get to talk to you, and I'm so glad you came. And he said, could you do me a favor? can you take the Cologio kid to the train station for me? I said, hell yeah. So I took, and he was cool too. Nice kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, you think every time you talk about him, you think of him still being the kid from the
I know,
Bronx Tale.
right? Exactly.
So Damon gets me back at a restaurant. I guess he wanted to give me a couple of hours for taking that guy to the train station. And he's like, "We looking for an opponent to fight Stitches."
Oh,
and they're
no.
having this big contest. And he was like, "What size are you?" And I was like, "Well, I'm pretty, I said I wanted to fight him because I started building up a big dislike for this guy. You know what I mean? Like he was messing with my spirit. So anyway, he was like, "Well, if you can go on tour and get his attention and he wants to fight, I could set it up." So every stop on tour after that, because it was a big national-wide search for his opponent since the game wouldn't fight him. And every stop, I would make the crowd say, "Fight Supreme, Stitches." Like I would get the crowd to say it every show.
Awesome.
And it must have got his attention because he chose me to be the one he wanted to fight. And of course, that viral clip of me and him in Miami at the press conference that went stupid viral.
Yes.
And we had this big brawl at the front of the whole world. And as soon as we got back on the plane, I seen my name everywhere. So the fight was on. We had it set. We had the hype behind it. It was going to be one of Damon's biggest comeback fights. And he pulled out of the fight at the last minute. And it never happened. But
you serious?
With the clip of me and him fighting in Miami is everywhere. My kids at my school look at it. They was watching it today. Like, oh, Mr. Carter, you was fighting. I'm like, what are you watching? I'm like, you watching this thing? Now, this thing gets about 10,000 views a day.
Yeah.
It's easy. Is that I think we had 3 million views on YouTube. And
oh my God, that's amazing.
And it might be 4 to 5 because it went viral. So it's every blog and this is 2016. So of course, From then I called myself Chocolate Rocky. I was training for the fight. You know what I mean? I was ready. And I don't know if he's seen that I was really taking this fight serious because I was really ready to fight. And the last minute before the fight went down, he pulled out. So since then, me and Damon became like really, really good friends. And like I got his back, man. Me and him became like brothers.
Oh,
and
nice.
Like I said, I really don't want to fight nobody no more. Like I'm not into the boxing thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, unless it's something personal, like I don't want to box just to box. You know what I mean? Like that man really irked my soul to make me want to fight him.
Right.
I'm not into fighting. I don't want to fight nobody. I'm a peace loving man. But anyway, I've performed at several celebrity boxing matches. I've hosted. I've through my one of our radio stations, Toxic Radio. We were one of the main podcasts that cover it. And I met Ice-T and Coco and Black China. Like this is all just hanging with my friend. I mean, like I don't want nothing from Damon. Damon don't want nothing from me. He just like when I want to see my friend, and he's a good friend. Like to me, he's been a great friend to me, and I've been a great friend to him. So we still together, man. We got March 26th coming up, where we doing, he's doing the brawl for the different artists. Like I guess it's a battle to be crowned the greatest artist of all time.
Oh, I heard about that.
So
Yeah.
So I'll be opening up for that, and I'll be judging that. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, I just got my friends back, man. And as he blow up with celebrity boxing, my brand Supreme is blowing up, and everybody, we just what they say, as long as everybody eating, nobody can be hating on nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, exactly.
He need an artist to perform. He calls me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I need a platform that really announce what I got coming off. He says, use celebrity boxing. And we all had a radio show on Toxic Radio, so we all in the game.
Nice.
We all in the same game. You know what I mean?
Nice.
We all striving to be the best in our respective fields. But that's the story. I met him randomly driving Uber.
Wow, that is a hell of a story. Wow.
Yeah, people get their mind blown. They be like, "How did you meet him?"
Right.
I picked him up one night while I was trying to move. He like, it can't be that simple. I was like, it's really that simple.
Yeah, because I go to those shows too, because the middleweight champion there, Josh Cologne.
Cologne.
I'm actually part of his team.
Okay, yeah. So I got to know Josh and Hayden, Roche, and
yeah.
like all the guys,
Latin,
man.
Latin lover.
The Latin lover, man. He been on our show a few times. Been on WBNC with us.
Nice.
Been on Toxic Radio with us.
Yes.
Funky Contradiction. So
yes.
like I anything they got coming down the pike, I support them. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like I support all the champions. I support all the I'm just there to support, man. He, like I said, Damon has been there to support me, so I can't.
Okay.
It's a win-win for me. Two-way street, perfect, great friendship out of the last 5-6 years.
Nice. That's so awesome. I mean, all the times I've met him, Damon, he's been nothing but nice. So I mean, I see how
motivated
he is. Yeah. He's been nothing but nice. Yeah.
And then our kids go to school together. Our children go to
really
went to the same. I guess they went to the same. They known each other since elementary school, so now they both in high school. So you know what I mean. Like, so our kids is you know what I'm saying. We just like a family, man. It's crazy.
I know. It sounds like that.
You know, his son plays football, and my daughter's a cheerleader. It's crazy.
Nice.
And this been going on since 2016.
Wow.
Small world.
Okay.
Small world.
Nice. And I always ask my guests this on the show because my show deals a lot with horror movies. Are you a horror movie fan at all? And if you are, what are some you like?
Yeah, I'm a big punk. I'm gonna tell you, I don't like nothing horror. I like if I want to get paid to get scared, I walk around North Philadelphia and put $100 out of my pocket and I can get scared to death. But to be honest with you, I'm one to conquer my fears. So I hate roller coasters. So I rode a roller coaster. I hate horror movies, but I've seen horror movies. So and my old producer, Dr. Shock, is a horror movie buff. So you cannot go anywhere in his house without seeing Chucky and Jason Mask. So you know, and when it's time for movie night, he watches horror movie to this day. So I'm gonna tell you, I was traumatized by horror movies in the 70s by Jaws.
Really?
I seen Jaws. My family took me to see Jaws, and I swear to God, I'm surprised I swim as much as I swim now. They call me Aquaprine, but at one point I wouldn't get no water because Jaws really tore me up, and that's Jaws.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
I think so. My horror movie experience has been forced. Like to me, Misery was a horror movie that scared the hell out of me. And you know, that's Kathy Bates and James Caan.
Yeah.
When she kidnapped the writer.
Yes.
So of course I got this fear of some fan kidnapping me and breaking my legs. You know, so I could write rounds for Queen of the Wobble all night long. I'll be the king of the hobble. But I seen them all, man. I seen a few Jasons that I like.
Okay.
I've seen a few Freddys that I like.
All right.
I think Jason Friday the 13th when he went to New York.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the funniest movies I've seen in my life. Like I gotta look at it like Dr. Shock. Dr. Shock looks. His name is Dr. Shock. Let's tell you right there. But he looks at horror movies like comedies. So when you look at a horror movie with Dr. Shock, you'll laugh your ass off because he really finds the funny in the horror movies.
Okay.
But I've seen. Not my fan. I'm an action comedy man myself. But when you look at a horror movie with Dr. Shock, it's going to turn into an action comedy. But a few of them scared that. I mean, they scared the hell out of me. I mean, I don't like that. I don't like being scared on purpose for some reason. It makes big money. So, but what's for horror movies you like? What's your favorite?
Oh my God! Like I love so many horror movies. You know, of course, I love all the Freddys and Jasons, the Chuckies.
Right.
It probably like my favorite is like an old 80s horror movie called of the demons, and it's like it's like an old 80s movie. I think it was made in like 1987 or 88.
Wow. Yeah, one of those 80s movies was The Entity. That was one of my favorites.
Oh, I love
like
that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like I like that movie.
That was
it scared the
really
hell out of me.
good. That was really
Scared
good.
me. And see, and we what we do is we look for all the B horror movies like
Yes.
that look like they was that look like they was made with a shoestring budget. So literally last weekend we looked at a horror movie called The Couch
I
Murderer,
heard of
or
that one. Yes.
the sofa killer or something. Oh my God.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
You talking about bad horror movie? That was bad horror. And we had one with the monster who had his middle finger up. It was called Bad Company or something. Like, yo, I mean, just like we look at the worst horror movies, and like we search the internet, search all the streaming services. Yeah. When movie night come at Dr. Shock House, we're gonna look at the worst horror movie, and I think that Couch one is probably the worst, funniest, and worse. It's nothing scary at all. It was just like, who makes this? Somebody got paid to make this movie. Somebody paid to make this movie.
There shouldn't be nothing good about a killer sofa. Like, there really shouldn't.
Nah. Hold up, but to see the sofa move and how it did its killing, it was like, oh my God, somebody really put some money into this.
Oh,
movie.
For sure.
And they had the worst acting you ever seen on this planet.
Usually those kind of movies too.
I thought it was the best. I thought it was the best comedy I've seen in a long time. The absolute best comedy.
So, is there anything coming up that you want to like push or plug or talk about?
Yeah, like I said, look out for Supreem Da Rezarekta. We on IG as Supreem Da Rezarekta at Supreem, whatever that Supreem Da Rezarekta, and stay up with me at Supreem DR, SUPREEMDR, and Supreem is always spelled SUPREEM. And we got the Dave Ivory single dropping. It's called Funktastic. And that should be coming out real soon. That was produced by Dave Ivory, Grammy Award nominated producer from Philly. Did a lot of work with the Roots, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, and we got that coming. And shout out to my partner Rich Waller, Mark Mills. We got a lot going on. So like I said, the next big show probably is hold on, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. You're back.
There we go. Yeah. Old man with a phone. Don't play with us. We will cut you off in a minute. So yeah, we got that. We got that coming up. We got so we got a big show coming up for the Dave Ivory Presents. And he does it every month. So we just did one in December. The last one we did was December 9th. So we're going to do the current one, which will be March. So we're going to be doing March. I think it's the second or third week of March, and we'll have just be prepared for one of the greatest unveilings. So, like I said, we got the Funktastic single. Oh, and the whole album. I know everybody, we're gonna drop another album. The concoction is coming. The concoction is coming. The concoction is coming. So it's gonna be a full-length Supreem album coming by the summer. So, and in the meantime, we're gonna have like 2-3 singles drop before that. And shout out to my producers, Gallo Lockness and David Ivory. And I want everything that still have hip hop, but still have that live feel to it. Definitely. So that's what we're going for now. Catch us at the open mics on like I said, Calabash. You want to just see us jam? We just jamming out at Calabash on 62nd and Lancaster, and Dobbs on 3rd and South. 3rd and South Street. We trying to take South Street back over again. I'm trying to take it over. So
you should.
Like, it's really nothing to promote because, like I said, I'm back down I'm in the valley again. And I'm looking forward to what the hill is. So just keep your eye on the prize and And follow us on all the social media, SupremeInTheNewExperience.com and SupremeTheRezarekta.com. It's just a lot. I'm sorry. You know, it's just so much coming that just like I said, I did so much. I can't really put one finger on it. We got so much coming. I just can't put one finger on it, you know. But it's coming. And when this is coming, it's coming.
Awesome, though.
Philadelphia and the world, watch out. Yeah, keep your eye on the kids. We're gonna get it on. We're gonna do a lot of things for children too. Like I said, having great records and records that don't cuss. You get to do a lot of tours with high schools and middle schools and different things. And you know, shout out to Nap Entertainment and Naya and Eugene Napoleon. We're trying to really invade these schools and invade the minds of these kids. I'm doing mentorship with children now, with middle school kids, and shout out to my school, Chester Community Charter School, and my principals, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm on a whole different vibe now, man. I'm working with the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I know. That's great. That's really great.
We trying to turn the minds of kids, man. There's so much negativity in music.
Oh, I know.
And craziness, and it overshadows the good stuff. So we want to bring the good stuff.
You're right.
We want to bring the good stuff back. Like it could be bad, negative music. It could be, you know, I ain't trying to say, you know, let's not get rid of all the music. My thing is let's have some balance, man. Like let's have some balance back on the radio. Let's have some balance back in the music industry. Let's have some balance back on the road. Let's not have to look for the good. Let the good shine just as much as the bad, and let the kids make the choice of what they want to look at. You know what I mean? For every NWA, there was a Public Enemy. For every Uncle Luke, there was a De La Soul. You know what I'm saying? Tribe Called Quest, Busta Rhymes. And we had great hip hop artists, not all negativity. And I think that's what's wrong with hip hop now. That's why a lot of these young rappers are going to jail at an alarming rate. That's why they're dying at an alarming rate. I've never seen this many dead rappers in my life.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I know, you're right.
And not dying of old age, dying of dumb stuff. So we trying to let the kids know that we don't have to do the dumb stuff to enjoy good music, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, this has been really fun. Like I really like talking to you. You're really down to earth and funny, and thanks for doing the interview. It was really nice.
Thank you for having me on the show, man. Like I said, I've been looking at your entries, and I'm amongst good company. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm for how you found me, man. I'm glad. I was like, yo, this is gonna be a good show. And I still, like I said, man, a lot of shows that interview, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You expect the cookie cutter questions, and I try to make the best out of the interview, whether it's good or bad. But I gotta say, this has been a very, very enjoyable interview. Like you can tell, you do this. Yeah, you're meant to do this.
So thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
I forgot we was doing the interview. I thought you was just calling me to talk.
I know, right? Exactly. That's how it felt like.
I was having a great. Thought my old friend was calling for a good conversation.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Exactly. Well, all right, buddy. Again, thank you for doing this, and I'll probably wind up seeing you in March at the Damon's thing, because I'll probably most likely I'll be with Josh, so I'll probably see you there.
Yeah, March 26th. That's gonna be the next big one, and I will be there performing my smash hit "Swing for the Fences." Damon love that song, so I'm gonna do his favorite song this time.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
It's been a pleasure, brother.
Thanks, buddy. Well, definitely of course. Definitely have a good night and rest of the week.
Yeah, you too, man. And I thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you do some great numbers like the rest of your joints.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. I mean, I ain't the stunt man for Cobra Kai, but I did be a little something now. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
I kick a little butt in the music industry, man. You know,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Hey, you don't have to only kick butt on screen and in stunts. Like you could kick butt in
Nah,
music and everything.
music, and life in general itself. So yeah, definitely, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely, buddy. Thank you.
And stay in touch. Definitely
Oh,
stay in
I
touch,
definitely
man.
will. I definitely will. Like
My
this has been great. I definitely will.
no doubt.
All right, buddy.
All right, talk to you. Have a good one. Peace, y'all.
Have a good one, buddy.
Yes, sir.